So you can't turn left or right in this neighborhood without seeing your face on a for sale sign or whatever. What is it like? Like, how has it been? You've been selling and buying in Easton Park since 2016.
Yeah.
How has it changed from when you first moved here and started doing real estate to now?
Yeah, I think in the beginning in 2016, 2017, 2018, it was pretty much just Bryant Park, Nob Hill, still very like remote field-like. And there wasn't as much demand, and people had to really have a vision of what the neighborhood was going to be, which I have to say, the original Easton Parkers in Bryant Park and Nob Hill, a lot of us are still here, and we've been patient with waiting for it to develop, and we've seen it happening. And I know can be some complainers in the neighborhood, but trust me, like, they're doing a good job. They have delivered on most of what they've said they would do, and I think Skyline Park, like, knocked it out of the park. But yeah, back in the day, real estate wise, obviously it was way less expensive, way less demand. In the beginning, I was mostly just working with buyers because historically people stay in their homes for 5 to 7 years in Austin. So once we got closer to the 5-year mark, then people started selling. Now I'm a lot more listings working with sellers than with buyers. I definitely still help buyers all the time. But the long-term plan, what you want as a realtor is to have the listings. And so that's where I'm kind of at now in this stage. But still, yeah, helping a lot of people move into the neighborhood with new construction as well. Working with the builders. I know all of the builder sales reps on a first name basis, have everyone's cell phone number, like, know what's going on with the builders. If anyone's looking to buy, I can get you any information you need very quickly. And then selling, yeah, it's fun in this market. It's a little bit slower of a market right now, so we're more average days on market around 50 days on the resale market. So it's a long haul, but I try to be there and as communicative and as proactive for my clients as I can be to get their homes sold. And that's mostly what I'm working on now.
Awesome. We love Easton Park. It's awesome. It's fun. The community's great. It's growing. It's growing so fast. Mm-hmm. You were in it during that wild time during COVID. What was that like? Like, weren't homes on the market for days at a time?
Yeah, that was all over the country, but Austin was probably one of the top markets where that happened, and Easton Park definitely was not an exception to that. So I remember doing my market updates that I do every month and being like, 2 new homes came on the market and they're both under contract. So there was virtually no inventory. The builders were on wait lists. They had huge deposits you had to put down. I didn't like that market. I don't miss it. It wasn't healthy. It was sellers and builders taking advantage of buyers, and it was very icky. So the market now, I feel like, it's a little more buyer friendly, but it's more of an even playing field. So like, the buyer can't take advantage of the seller can't take advantage of the buyer. It's like, Let's work together to get this thing done. So much better market in my opinion.
Awesome. So whenever you hear about real estate and markets and all of these things, can you give us some trends that are happening in the market right now?
Yes. So I, every month, do an update that's specific to Easton Park only about what's going on in our market. You can follow me on YouTube at Easton Park ATX Realtor, and you'll see all those posted there. Usually also there's a link to them on my Instagram when they come out, and that's at Cherie Sells ATX. And I also do have a newsletter list. If you want to join that, reach out. But every month I'm doing an update. Right now, there's a lot of homes on the market. We have a lot of inventory. So we have probably about 80 homes on the market between resale and builder inventory homes. And that doesn't even include, you can build a home with the builder also. So buyers have a lot of selection and a lot of choices right now. So you have to be really, really like nailing everything if you're trying to sell. Price, condition, staging. You have to nail it. You have to beat the builder and, do a perfect job. So I think that's going to continue on. We may have potentially, historically, every year around an election, every 4 years around a presidential election, you'll see a rate drop right before the election. So I'm not counting any chickens here before they hatch, because we were expecting rate drops all year. And about a month and a half ago, they did a hike, and we went up over a point. So that stalled things again. But I hope if the rates ever would get like in the low 6s, or if they dipped into the 5s, I think a lot of buyers would come off the fence and be like, okay, I can move now. And that would help our inventory issue. But it's hard to say what's going to happen in an election year. So hopefully we can get a few more of these homes moved. When you see a lot of houses on the market in Easton Park, by the way, nothing's wrong. People ask me that all the time. I think it's just we have mostly millennials in the neighborhood, and we are having babies. We are still like developing our careers. So job transfers and moves for family reasons. The number one reason I have sellers move is they had a baby and they want to be closer to their family. Number one reason. Number two is job transfer. So I don't have any sellers who are like, I hate Easton Park, I'm moving. They're all like, we're just a transient age group.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong. It's just we move a lot in our 30s and early 40s, just kids and jobs. So
that's what we do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Cherie, so much. I've had so much fun talking with you, and everyone, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.